What's up? The Hydra Dragons coming at you with another Lords and Knights video, and I'm going to do a little tidbit on spending gold, what you want to use gold for, and, please forgive generic names. I just don't sometimes. I know it's as simple as the name change, but what you don't want to spend money on is if I got any recruiting anywhere, I'll go up to one of the cities, is you never want to hit this button here. Right here. You never want to say yes to that. You always want to hit that red button up top. Every time that pops up, if you ever accidentally hit it, you want to hit, because it'll take an hour for those troops to be done. Now, in certain situations, I can understand it. Like, if it's like a few troops like that, and, you're going to bed and you want to get it done before you go to bed, you want to get some troops recruiting, fine. But, like, right here, when you have it filled up in this one, that's 13,000 gold. That's 13,000 just to finish those spearmen. They'll be done in 72 hours on their own. This is actually a metropolis I just built, and I'm going to keep going at this Lords and Knights because there are no YouTubers on. We need to get people drawn to this game. Come to this server. This is US 6 or 4. No, it's 6. It's 6. US 6 regions. Come join. And you also never, unless you are, because I'll actually go to the big one, unless you are in a dire situation for resources and you cannot wait, you never want to hit that button. That's 6,250 gold for Metropolis. It will boost it by 25%, and you can calculate that. And it ends up to not even being a lot of extra silver if you're trying to farm silver. Now, if you're in like a godsend and you have unlimited money, and then of course I'll go show you what it is for the cities. It's 1,250, so it's not so bad on the cities, but it's still quite a bit, and it's not really worth what you are paying for. There are much better things you can do with your money. For example, like if you have a set of, I gotta go to my city. If you have a set of buildings, or a set of forts that are just about, that's the wrong one, capital. I need the capital. Because this is my capital, and that's the Green Giant. That's just the name I started with. I'm green now, is my name, but, and then I can go here, set has active. And I can't do anything right now, but I'll just go ahead and go to one. Let's see when it gets resources. It will get resources in 12 minutes. So I'll just go to one. But like, let's say for example, this was the one I'm building. This was the one I was building. I would go hit this. I'm not going to actually confirm because I'm not doing this one, but I would complete those buildings, and then I would be able to get that fort built. If it, you have to send it some resources, but you're not buying the resources, you're sending them. So this is more for if you already built up one city and you want to get your second one going, or get your first metropolis. After you get your metropolis's resources in the area of the metropolis, you'll never need resources again. It produces so fast, it can max build a city in a matter of, it'd probably take you about a day or two. If you didn't sleep. But if you started with max, you can get it through all the basic levels, and then it'll start doing, now especially what some people do and what I usually do is wait for like half off event, like half off resources, where you can just sit there and funnel in resources, but you're saving 50%. So if you get a half off resources in the building event where you get 30% off, then you can build a city in a matter of hours. Yeah, I mean, because you won't have to ever wait. But always, but yeah. But I would click complete, and that would cost me, so already in the amount of time and the amount of gold I've spent. Now, this has been leveled up. These are just, some of these were sitting on max, and I was just doing random upgrades. So a lot of these, you'll look at them, they'll have like, I think all these are max, but I can't build because that's one of the regions we're in. But a lot of these you'll see from where it was maxed, and I had to, which I'll go ahead and go through and just talk a little bit. But, upgrading buildings is always go for the tavern quarter and resource production, first, unless you're in a mad war. Then you want to go for barracks. But after you build a fortress, there's a difference between building a fortress and actually, there's a difference between building a fortress and actually conquering one. Because when you build one, you don't have to worry about troops. You already have the troops from the castles. But when you conquer one, you don't have troops. So if you conquer one, like, say, a free fortress, then you're going to want to upgrade your barracks to a pretty high level right off the bat. You're going to want to focus heavily on the barracks because you need to pump out troops as fast as possible. And this is the same no matter what, because you need those troops for tavern missions, for war, for just every aspect of the game. It's a vital aspect of just having troops for the tavern. Like, see, even my tavern's a little wonky. I don't have the auto select on because I can't select them all. See, I did a bad build on that. A lot of these have bad builds, actually. But another thing is, always remember to go into your carry out missions and to carry out all your missions you currently can. Which, see, it'll tell you the number you have going, 404. That should be a lot higher, but I haven't been on this account in so long. And back then I was just like, I need to recycle. And I kept losing because I was just a small level going after cities with maxed out cities with max troops. But, I built up pretty good. We're going to go with the farm since it's getting kind of low. And you know what? That's an okay. The extender I'm kind of indifferent about. Because yes, it can help you if you're planning on going away for a while. And you want to keep all your stuff upgrading while you're gone. Like if you don't plan on coming back for a week. Then you can schedule up to you can schedule all your upgrades a week in advance. And you'll be upgrading the whole time you're gone. So that's a really valuable source. But like what I just did, when I'm going to be on tomorrow to catch that, when it, I'll be on around this time. Actually, I'll be getting on around, I'll be staying on because I'm upgrading my fortress. Then that was a waste, what I just did. But, and always just, it is better to manually upgrade. Because you can get an exact eye shot of what you need. But you can start with the automatic. And when you have so many castles, it can be hard to just go through and manually upgrade them. But they're going to be built a lot faster if you want to save gold. If you want to spend all your gold for finalizing projects, finalizing forts. And which, speaking of which, but here's another thing that some people use gold for. You see, when you go to upgrade buildings, like this won't cost nothing. It shouldn't. Yeah. They will. Yeah, I'll just do all these free ones. So you see 13 stone storage, upgrade. Now you can sit here and get all your buildings upgraded where you don't have to go through them. But I don't think that's a very good use of gold either, because it's one, it can be really expensive. Like if you're trying to, and you know, it's half the price of actually finishing it. So I don't see that as valuable as actually the actual finish part. The finisher is just broken in times of trying to build up quickly. Which, let's do a base run. I'm going to upload this today. I forget what day it is because I haven't been to work in a week. We just had a winter storm, but I think it's the 19th. No, 19th was Friday. It's Saturday, so it's the 20th. Yeah, it's the 20th of the new year, January. So, let's see, with a moderate amount of gold, you know, you see I have 45,000 now. That's actually not a whole lot, but, well, it's about $100 worth. I bought a couple discounted packs, and they worked out in my favor, but let's see here. See, I think all these will cost, if they're not too much, I'll go ahead and do them. Because, yeah. So, see, you know, the ones that are, you know, low level like that, you know, not trying to upgrade a level 30, then go ahead and do them. Because, you know, those upgrades only take like an hour, and there's no way you're going to be that persistent every hour to go check it. I mean, you got stuff to do, man. Spend the money. Spend the literal, I can do the math. Like, by next time I upload the next video, I'm going to do the math on how much it costs to do 50 gold pieces if you do it by the $100 sale mark. It's like 100,000 times 100,000 times 0.99, or no, divided by, no, I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'm not too bad at math that I can't figure out a basic thing. But 50 gold pieces if you're buying the $100 pack or discounted. Because usually discounted is discounted to the $100 value. You know, unless you're buying like a low tier. But I bet it's like not even, I bet it's like not even pennies. You know, it might be 2 pennies. But yeah, that is actually valuable because you get a ton of, you know, which, as long as you max out all your basic stuff, like, yeah, I'll go ahead and, but that's another thing you can do. And see, that one didn't even cost. And and what I try to focus on heavily is the amount of resources you are producing in your new fort or anything. I know this is more of a how to spend and how not to spend gold video, but I think my forts are ready. One should be full down in here. They kind of get mixed up. Nope, can't do nothing there. He must have not been on the silver merchant. Oh, and another good thing you can spend gold on if you're going away, or if you're not like me and you don't pay attention all the time, and you don't want to send off you want your resources sent off at a specific time. Holy shit. Excuse my language, this is not for kids anyway, but I was like, that's the region bonus? They must have that maxed. I'm gonna build in that area. Imagine having Metropolis in that area. It'd be like, oh, full in a couple days. It's like, oh, my Metropolis is full. So, because normally you get like 5,000 for silver drop as a full fortress, but that gave me like 8,000 because it's in the center of our stronghold, fighting a little war, but it's not really serious. We've done all that in a matter of days. I'm going to, this will eventually be part of our, but the city's way over there. Yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about that now. Now I'm going to go to Green Capital, which is where my current base is. If I can capture this region, I have to capture 2 to get the silver bonus, though. But it's fine. The metropolis by itself already produces huge. Yeah, it's still not there. Oh, it'll be there in... Wait, it should have... Let me go to my messages and click on this. I guess that was something else that was going to it. Sometimes it doesn't load, though. And then you just get hit with both of them at the same time. Well, anyways, that will need another set as active. Probably need 2 more. And then let's just send it 30,000 twice, because I didn't feel like going back and doing the... This should be ready. Yeah. So what I am going to do is see about here. Set as active fortress. And since it is almost maxed out, and I'll show you, we're getting to the last thing, the thing I most recommend spending gold on in this game after playing it for... That should be enough if you have the capacity. 500 over, but we'll be alright. And then set as active. Now, I think as you watch this, you'll kind of see what I'm getting at, what you want to spend your gold on. All this is, basically free, but when you're building, you want to take the quickest route. So if you have 5 castles maxed out, you also want to consider which set is active, and you also want to consider placement, because if you build them close to each other and they have if you build them close to each other, they have a better chance of defending themselves in a war, because the player would have to attack both max cities, or all metropolises. Like, say for example, you have 10 metropolises stacked on top of each other. Extremely slow recruitment speed, but extremely high defensive value. They can hold millions of defensive troops. And the exact number, you can get about 800,000 of each. 900,000, I believe, of each offensive and defensive, because it's 2 million total. But I think 200,000 roundabout goes into the buildings and upgrades and stuff. It takes thousands of subjects to upgrade the buildings at the end. And you got freaking 20 buildings upgrades, so just that alone. But it's still pretty good. Now, did I send him? Yeah. And now I'm going to hit set to active fortress. Send resources. Come on. These Vikings are really good for getting fast transport. Oh, you don't have enough. Oh, because they're low levels. Set as active. And this is how you transport. You want to transport. Oh, I set the wrong one as active. See, that set as active button is really freaking good. I think that'll be enough. Watch it be like 1 coin short, so I'll just make sure. set to active is really useful. I'm glad they did that, because, you know, they didn't always have that button. For those of you that come later on in the Lords and Knights, you don't know the pain we had to go through. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I thought I had a 5th one here. Well, if I... Well, let's see here. Got 2 hours so I can relocate, but I was going to merge those castles together, but I guess to sum up the video so it doesn't get too terribly long, right when this is ready, because this is going to be the center. Let's see. Well, and see a city. Okay, sorry, I was thinking. But anyways, I was thinking on what I could do to speed this up a little bit, since that only needs... Let's see, you're probably full of upgrades, so yeah, you don't have no resource. But this green... that would be a faster send resources. And that'll be there in 27 minutes. But anyways, I'll just sum it up here. I was going to actually show, speeding up and finishing it. But, I kind of got stuck. Unless I'm missing something here. Jeez, I could have swore what I counted earlier. I had 5. But anyways, the most important thing you want to spend gold on, and the most important thing I have seen that is key to success, and I forgot a never. I was supposed to put these all in the beginning, but never click that button. Never. Don't touch it. That button's dead to you. You don't understand what pain that button has put people through. Buying low-level shit for premium prices. It's like you go into a used car lot and you getting the worst fucking deal every time. There ain't no downgrading. Okay, you can talk them down to half off sometimes. And then you get a fortress for 1,500 gold. But in 1,500 gold, you could have built fucking 3 cities with that goddamn gold. So don't do it. And especially don't hit this daggum buy free fortress button. It's the same as the last button. I'm going to accidentally do it just getting so mad about talking about it. God, no. No, you don't need to do that now. I'm telling you, I'm steering you in the right direction. Stay away from them used car lots. If it's all you got, I guess it's all you got. And I guess if you're a freaking big time baller and you can afford a $50 castle that you could conquer yourself in a matter of weeks. Ain't no sense in all that. I just ate a freaking cracker. Yeah, I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. Because I'm going to tell you what y'all not. Anyways, to get to the point, the main thing you should focus on is right here. When you go to upgrade that, it'll give you an option to speed it up. It's a 48-hour timer. Now, it's 500 for cities, 144 for forts. But if you do the math on what level you can get that fort up to in the 2 weeks it'll take you to build it, then you are saving the amount of time, resource, development. You say you can get that fort up to 1,600 points. And never, ever, I don't have any examples of this because I haven't conquered anything recently. But it's a good investment. It saves you a lot of time, and it's the most time value investment that you get for anything you do. Like on a Metropolis, a 2-day upgrade is going to cost you about 500 gold. So it's about that value, but except for the fact that you got to do it twice. So take a little bit of the value out, but the time aspect is what I'm saying. If you have a city built today, you can have it up 100 points in that 2 weeks. So you built it up. You got the $15,000 architect just by playing the game. You know, you just by playing the game, you get the $15,000 architect. And it's, just by playing. Because you can upgrade it to 100 points in those 2 weeks. Especially if you just send it resource and, level up, keep it level and, never let it slide. I usually spend gold on maxing them out so it'll stay upgrading, like, even while I sleep. Because, some of them are kind of short, like a couple hours here and, 2 hours there. But also never, ever, after you conquer, make, or do what, never use the architect. It is dire situations. It is like a last-ditch effort to build your army before you're about to die. You can always just build it up. And the free castle architect, I mean, that's like half a day's work that you're saving for 500 gold. The city architect is 3,000 and then 15,000. And then if you're talking the next level, I think it doubles. I'm pretty sure it doubles for all of them. So it's just freaking ridiculous, man. But yeah, and that's what I got to say about that. But yeah, speeding up your city builds and speeding up your fort builds and your castle builds. Speeding them up if you got them ready. Now, like, say you're in the situation where, I'm waiting on silver. Then don't, speed it up because you have to wait on the silver anyways. So you can slowly build it up and save the gold that way, which is how most starter players do it, because you don't start off with a whole lot of silver. You got to kind of build your way up to having that amount of silver. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video of the Hydra Dragons. I will be back with you for more Lords and Knights laters. And whatever you want to spend your gold on, it's your own business. You don't have to take my advice. But I'm just telling you from experience and playing and mistakes I made and some mistakes I haven't. Because I've been playing for quite a while. quite a long, long while. And I need to set this as active, because he'll need another hit. He'll need another hit to do it. Oh man, he ain't got no troops. He ain't got no troops. Of the same as the last one I just sent. This will probably do it. And that'll be there in 7 minutes. Holy crap, I could have done this. Yeah. Because that other one, I could have just built this city real quick. Yeah, we'll stay on here long enough to build this city. My power just went out, but I have gas heat, so I'm not going to die, in case anyone was wondering. Guess I'm going to turn down some lights. I don't know why it keeps going on. It came back on. Got a little box. Living the camp life. But anyways, yeah, I think those will hit at different times. Oh, shoot. Why did it send another one? Like right after that. Yeah, I've been playing Cold War. I got the Stoners pack. So I got the second pack, so my guy's just a walking weed plant. That's how you want to fight zombies there. Yes, I know you're mad, PlayStation, but I can't do nothing about the power going out. I'm not in control. I'm not in control. You don't understand. I need to get some Cold War videos. I'm not really good at the game. You know, like some people that play, but you know, I don't really do this. This is more of just memento of my life, I guess, what I'm currently focused on. But PlayStation's back up. So all the lights are off. So that'll hit. It'll get double. See if I can. No, I can't spend down because I don't have any daggum wood. I don't have wood. And also, I don't think I sent the... I don't even think this player has... Did I send them? Did I send them this? Oh, yeah, I couldn't, but I can now. But it doesn't matter. So, fully developed fortress, it has the 100K. So all I gotta do is assume the other ones have the 100K. Oh, and you want to see how much? You want to see how much it is to hit? I said not to hit the fill up resource button, but I'm gonna go upgrade, which I think I can use her. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use her, and gotta make sure I go back to the other one. I think I got a minute, so I'm fine. So wood's been hard to get. Haven't really had a hard time with anything else, but I'm just gonna get them maxed out before I go on. You know, because they all give similar benefits. You know, I was talking the other day, which I might talk about it in this one because it's kind of a long video, but it goes up 7,000 every time. Now that's with the 10% boost, so it's a little less than 7,000, but it goes up pretty much the same amount every time. So these low level upgrades, you want to use your gold to just spend through them, you know, and get them done as quick as possible. Because if you do the math at 7 times 10 or 1390 or 11, it's a ridiculous amount of resource. And you know, there's no need in waiting because it'll be ready to upgrade here in a little bit. Actually, did I do all the missions? I'm going to go ahead and speed some of these up, because some of them might get done by speeding up. No, they all just started. Alright. So, let's see. And speed up missions in the bigger castles is actually a good play. That's a good way to get a massive amount of resources for leveling up your new habitat if you just need resources, like I need resources in that area. So the metropolis grants you the ability to gain bonus resources, just like the city. You know, the city has bonuses too. Not a lot of people notice it, but it's 40% on top of the massive amount of resources you already get for the mission. So it's just an incredible amount of resource, and you're halving the time it takes to get it. So what I'll usually do is I'll max out my metropolis, or not max it out, but I'll max out my tavern for my metropolis so I can get resources to max out the other stuff. And then also, embassy and all that, it'll give you a little bit better silver exchange rate, but that should have been there by now. Yeah. Hang on, I gotta log out, because this happened last time. So if that ever happens when you're sending resources, just log out and log back in. You'll be on the same castle. Bank independent. At least I thought you would. Oh, I was selecting the wrong castle. I'm such an idiot. Okay, so boom. And it's got to get... Actually, I can save some resource if I don't want to recruit. I want to... So here's another thing that's good to spend gold on. Say you got one upgrade, you got enough. You need a little bit more wood. I think I need more stone, though, is what I actually need. So we'll go ahead and get stone. But you need a little bit more stone, but you got plenty of the other resources. Take this, trade it for 20,000 stone. Now, you want to make sure it's maxed out, because then it's going to cost me a little bit more. But it still won't cost me much to get the green. Look for the name of the castle. Click that. It only costs 2. And then I can boom, 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 boom. What do I need now? I need some wood. But see how I need hardly any copper? So I have to get a little bit of wood. And then I'll be able to... But that's a way to quick build, And I'll show you now that I got... I'll just max it out since I don't need that much copper. But just look for the name of the castle. So see, it's usually pretty easy to find if you know your castle names. And then now I can upgrade. Boom. Boom. Now we'll do a base count of the gold beforehand and the gold afterhand. So I got 433. Let's improve this. Boom. Boom. Let's see. So that one doesn't have any. That one's just outside of range. So let's boost the range. And another great thing to spend on gold. I'm glad I continue with it and stay this high. Extend in the range of the city build. This will grant you a much larger radius, and none of them have silver. But, much larger radius from 8 to 12, I believe. And I'll go ahead and now that I've showed you all that, finishing that off. But the range extender is only going to work for 24 hours. So you go here, it'll be on a cooldown. It'll be on a cooldown. It's only... Oh, I guess they changed it to 12 hours. Well, crap. So it's only going to work for 12 hours. So you have to get it built in that 12 hours, which is fine because I have everything built. And I have the silver. I just gotta, find the correct... There we go. Send resources. Yeah, that's fine. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to be pulling them back early anyway. And now when you're sending resources to your castles, you want to resend to your center too, because it needs 1,000. It needs 1,000 silver to be able to actually, or 100,000 silver to be able to actually do anything. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one way over here, which I'm pretty sure is still in the range. That's why I actually had to use the range booster. Because if you look, it's like right at the edge of being good. Well, no, it was in range. They probably all were in range. I probably just wasted that gold. But at least I realized it, and I was like, oh, I'm an idiot. Yeah, they probably all were within range. I think it's 8, so... Oh, no, that one's 9. That one's 9. So, yeah, I did have to use it. I'm not an idiot. I'm so glad. Got confirmation that I was not an idiot. And then, what am I going to do next? I might build up some resources and... But I need to start taking these daggum free fortresses, but, it really doesn't matter. I should just go... I should try to isolate to nothing but metropolises. Just build, upgrade, and then upgrade and upgrade. Buttery rounds, man. But yeah, that's all I have to say about gold. I played this game about 7 years, and sometimes I had money to spend on gold, other times I didn't. This is one of the times I had money to spend on gold, and I'm kind of glad for the wisdom I have. It saved me a lot of money in the past by not doing the things I suggested against. It saves you a lot of money, and I could understand if it had some levels to it. Like if it came with a free architect, that might make me think, oh, it's worth it. But and the other stuff, like the buy resources, the 25% boost for 12,500 on a metropolis. Yeah, you're getting a lot of resources, but the metropolis itself is already going to produce a lot of resources. And the only time you would ever want to use that is when it was maxed. And yes, that is the most you can get. But if that is your only habitat, then yes, it'll give you a considerable advantage. But most of the time when people build a metropolis, they don't have just one metropolis. That would be foolish. You would be a huge sitting duck. You would have nothing to defend your metropolis. But that being said, I hope you guys have a good one, and I'm going to keep being me, you keep being you, and I think we should stay away from each other.